Hi everyone, this is Tony from Blue Butterfly Creations, and today I'm going to show you how I made this card right here. As you can see, it is a variation of the Joyful card, and this is done using the Christmas Cheer Cricut cartridge, as well as some of the stock shapes on the Cricut Imagine. So to get started, I am using a piece of brown vintage paper from Coordinations, and this is cut to 4 inches by 8 1/4 inches. Then I am going to use my scoreboard here, and I'm going to take that sheet of brown paper, 4 by 8 1/4, and I am going to mark a crease on it at 5 1/2 inches. Nice crease there. And I'm going to fold that over. There we go. Folded and creased that. Now some of the next dimensions include this silver iridescent paper, and this is cut to 3 3/4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then I have 2 pieces that are cut to 3 3/4 by, and I think that is 3 inches. Let me just use my ruler here. This piece here is 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. I have 2 of those. Then I have this beautiful red and silver printed star paper from SCI, the 2012 holiday winter collection. This piece here is cut to the 5 inches by 3 1/2. Then I have 2 smaller pieces cut to 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. Okay. Then I have this scalloped circle, and this is cut out from the stock images from the Cricut. This is cut at 3.7. Then I have a circle that I also cut from the Cricut, and this is cut to 3.3 on the Imagine. I also have already put together my die cut here, which is the Santa Sleigh from Christmas Cheer by Cricut. This is one of their first cartridges when they came out. And I also cut this on my Imagine using some dark steel iridescent paper and the ruby vintage paper from Coordinations. This is cut at 2.7 in order to fit. I also have some star brads, some sparkly silver ribbon, foam dots, my glue glider, and we're also going to be using some of the Distress Ink Festive Berries by Tim Holtz. So what I've already done is I've gone ahead and I've already adhered the larger star piece to the large silver piece. I'm going to do the same thing with the pieces here for the other flaps. I'm going to adhere this here. I'm going to make sure it's as centered as possible. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is adhere these 2 pieces to the little brown flap, both the inside and the outside. Now, before I adhere the larger piece, I'm going to pierce a hole in this lower corner, lower right hand corner, about a 1/4 inch in. That's where I'm going to adhere my star brad. Just like that. Then I'm going to adhere that to the inner base. I'm going to apply a little extra adhesive because that brad. There. There we go. Place that down. Okay, so there's my card base all decorated with the paper. Now what I'm going to do is take that silver ribbon and I'm going to run my adhesive on the end. That will stick. What I'm going to do is adhere it to the center of that smaller flap on the front, just like that. I'm going to open the flap, run the ribbon around it, and pull it up over the other end. I'm going to cut that so that the ribbons will overlap. I'm going to run some more adhesive on the other end now. I'm going to bring it up, make sure it's even and tight, and adhere it over the other end. So it's just a continuous ribbon all the way around. Okay, now I'm going to set that aside a second. I'm going to take my circle, and this is done out of a cream colored paper. I'm going to take my festive berry and my distress tool. I'm just going to use that circular motion, bring in the color from the edges. I'm turning the little circle as I go. Making sure I bring in as much as I want, as much as I need for the color. I don't want too dark, but just enough to bring in some color so it's not a strong defined edge of the cream on top of the silver on top of all the red. So now I'm going to run my adhesive on the back of that. Center it on top of my scalloped silver circle here. There we go. I'm going to press that down. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some adhesive on half of this scalloped circle. And I'm going to center that over my card base so that it overlaps from the small flap, right here, small flap, to the big section. Right about there. Okay, as you can see, I didn't get it quite right. Oh no. There we go. Much better. So now I have that little scallop circle that hangs over. And this will give me room on the inside that later on I can put a sentiment that will be hidden until they open it. So now I'm going to take my sled and I'm going to take some of my pop dots here. I'm going to put them on top. In the corner there. One more in this upper area here. There we go. And I'm going to center that as well over the scallop circle. I'm going to press those dots into place. And there you have this very cute and simple 2-layer die cut from Cricut card. And as you can see, I didn't put any sentiments in mine yet. So it leaves plenty of space for them to be hidden. Thank you for joining me on this episode of bluebutterflycreations.blogspot.com, and happy holidays.